Good morning from ABC 13. I'm Tom Cook.
And I'm Samika Knight. Here's the very latest news for you this morning. Today, a disgraced former Houston police officer could leave federal custody. ABC 13 reporter Jeff Ealing is downtown where Gerald Goins is being held this morning. Jeff?
Good morning to you. Samika. Goins is in federal custody here at the detention facility in downtown. Gerald Goins could walk out of here, but he is going to be, when he is released from federal custody, he is still going to be monitored. Goins was arrested by the FBI last month on 7 federal indictments related to the raid that killed Regina Nichols and her husband Dennis Tuttle. That was in their Harding Street house. Happened back in January of last year. On Wednesday, a judge granted Goins $150,000 in an unsecured bond, which stipulated his release to home confinement, and the former HPD officer has previously agreed to a number of conditions related to that home confinement.
The conditions include that he must remain in his home 24 hours a day. He's going to have a GPS monitor installed on his ankle so that the court can be apprised of his exact location at all times.
Right now, Goins faces civil rights charges and stands accused of depriving the victims of their constitutional right to be secure against unreasonable searches. He is also facing state charges. Those include 2 counts of first-degree murder. Reporting live, Jeff Ealing, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. Well, now to this. Police in Lamarque knew this morning. Police in Lamarque spent several hours overnight investigating a deadly crash involving 2 motorcycles. That crash left debris all over FM 1784 last night. Police say 2 motorcycles collided with a pickup. A 61-year-old man was killed. A second person was flown by live flight to UTMB in Galveston. No word yet on who is at fault. The road has since reopened.
Once again in Port Neches, students are out of class for the rest of the week, and county leaders have now issued another evacuation order. Crews detected an elevated level of butadiene, a chemical that was made at the plant that exploded a couple of weeks ago. There was a noticeable smell in the air last night, so they say they are monitoring the air while they take the kids out of school as a precaution, and they will give an update once the all clear is given. Well, today we may find out when that man accused of killing a Sugarland store clerk will be brought back to Texas. Trevion Young is now in jail in Las Vegas. Just a week ago, the family of Hamid Lakhani made a plea to find him, the man who shot and killed him in an August robbery. Police learned Young was already in jail in Vegas facing a number of other charges, including grand theft auto. Lakhani's wife says she has no words for that accused killer.
Even if he says something, I don't think they will understand.
A 17-year-old girl and 2 16-year-olds are also facing charges in connection with that robbery. All right, here's Courtney Fisher.
Yeah, this morning, Tom, I'm live with the story you've got to see. If you're thinking about selling something to a stranger in one of those phones or apps, on your phone, well, most of us know we should always meet somebody like that in a public place. Make sure it's on camera, but don't assume that those surveillance cameras are rolling. This girl in this story you're about to see didn't even realize it, but the camera was actually pointed away from her, didn't record anything, and then she got scammed.
TAMERA Malone thought everything seemed legit.
I was very mad at myself
when she sold her iPhone XS Max to a woman who paid $700 cash. Malone posted the phone for sale on the app Let Go. The woman suggests they meet in a public place at the Starbucks on Bel Air and Stella Link.
She pulled out an envelope. She's like, 700? Say yes, ma'am. So she pulls out the money, counts it right in front of my face, puts the money back in the envelope, hands it to me. So I'm like, I wasn't thinking anything about it, so I just gave her the phone.
When Malone got in her car, she noticed the cash didn't feel right and then saw the fine print.
But if you look closely, motion picture use only, and copy bill we trust.
Movie money worth $0. Malone tried to contact the woman who had already blocked Malone's phone number. If you're buying or selling this holiday season,
and always bring somebody with you. That's a good thing, too. Bring a second person, because if you have a second person, if you're a female, bring another female, bring a guy. If you're a guy, bring somebody else, just because it helps. People are less likely to do something when there's other people around.
Other tips from police: if you're going to meet a stranger, try and take a picture of the license plate in the car that they get out of, or better yet, take a picture of them. Police also want you to know that more of this money could be circulating in the Houston area right now. Some of it was just turned in 3 months ago after it was found. A stack of it, about $1,500 of fake money, found in Rice Village. for now. Reporting live, Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, Darth Vader and some stormtroopers helped bring a smile to a boy's face at Memorial Hermann Hospital. Watch.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
They were there to surprise 80-year-old Ezra Meinke. He suffers from a rare genetic disorder and is scheduled to undergo brain surgery for seizures this month. Just last week, we were there when the Klein Fire Department made him an honorary firefighter. Now, I guess he's an honorary stormtrooper as well.
Yes, and he's so cute and so sweet. We're praying for little Ezra. All right.
Sure.
Yes, well, good morning to you. And this weather, you say not as great today, but still good weather.
Look, only because of the cloud cover. Yesterday, we were out there in the cool sunshine. Today, we've got a little bit of a warm-up. Temperatures maybe 2 or 3 degrees warmer, just depending on where you are. But you're going to notice increasing clouds. These are high, thin, cirrus clouds that will continue to thicken up. Friday, we do have a front still expected to move through the area, but ahead of that, upper-level winds dragging in this Pacific moisture. And as I mentioned for today, a less than a 20% chance of a rain shower, as most of those clouds stay well up to the north, and the atmosphere is just too dry to squeeze out any sort of moisture. But that front is on the move. I think as we get into the afternoon, central Texas will see that front, some cooler air behind that. So today, a high of 68 degrees in Amarillo, for us in the mid-70s. Then tonight, the front gets a little bit closer towards southeast Texas, possibly clearing the coastline by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. There will be some added clouds in the morning, maybe even a stray shower or two. But once that front clears out, take a look at that northerly breeze. That north breeze pushing through will allow for the clouds to disperse. A little bit breezy tomorrow with those temperatures back up in the low 70s. So again, a reminder, tomorrow, our big Share Your Holiday event. We're going to be here bright and early, 6 a.m., 20% chance of a rain shower with temperatures in the low 60s, and then heading into the afternoon with temperatures in the low 70s. This week front is going to buy us a couple of really nice days through the weekend, and then next week, a little bit more of an active weather pattern. A stronger front arrives on Tuesday, the return of some showers, and maybe even some isolated thunderstorms. Catherine.
And traffic right now heading into the Kemah area. You'll see some closures and restrictions along 146. So a heads up to those of you who drive in that spot. Normally we see total closures in the overnight hours, but today there's a daytime closure starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, running until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's only a small stretch of 146 from 518 to Bell Road, but it should be enough to make a big impact. So use South Shore Boulevard as a faster way to get through.
Okay, and that's all the time we have for the news this morning.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Join us on ABC13.com as well as our news app. Have a great day.